welcome back to the studio. I'd like to show you all a feature that we incorporate into some of our guitars, both our cigar box guitars and our 6 strings. And that is mechanical reverb. Now, reverb is that echoing sound that makes something sound like it's in a bigger area or played in a bigger environment. Get kind of that echo, it gives a little bit more sustain. And a lot of times people add that reverb in digitally, either through a guitar pedal or in After Effects, but the reverb that we put into our guitars is mechanical, and it's done with a spring. So I want to show you how that sounds on a guitar that I can actually open and take the spring out so you can hear the difference. It is very subtle, but it's there. So I want to show you, this is one of ours, this Avo box here. This is number 25. It's tuned G-D-G. I'm going to plug it in here so we can actually hear what's happening. You kind of hear when I mute the springs, there's a little bit of a carryover. And that's from that spring that's on the inside. So if I open up this box, you can see the through neck design here. And below the neck, there is this spring. So that spring gets vibrated by the strings, and it carries some of that vibration through. So you'll hear that as reverb. Now I'll remove the spring, and I want you to listen to the difference of that. Okay, so I've taken the spring out. It's very subtle. It's subtle, but it's there. And it's really, really obvious when you hook this up to an amp and amplify that piezo pickup. The piezo pickup on the inside really picks up that string reverb. Or spring reverb. I keep saying string. Spring. So that piezo pickup really amplifies what's going on inside the box. Sorry, this one's a little out of tune, but you get the idea. Now, we've taken that to an extreme with some of our 6-string builds. Here is a Resonator guitar. This is number 68 of our builds. We've recycled a acoustic guitar's neck and built our own box for it. It has a resonator made from a springform pan we got for like a few dollars at a consignment shop, and a magnetic pickup as well as a piezo pickup on the inside. Now the difference in a magnetic pickup and a piezo, the piezo picks up everything. The clicks, knocks, the vibration of the box, the vibration of the resonator. The piezo pickup is basically like a microphone that's amplifying any sounds reverberating through the guitar. Whereas a magnetic pickup only translates the vibration of the strings. So right now I have it set to just the magnetic pickup. Sorry, I know that's not very great. I'm not very good with the 6 string. Alright, so that's the magnetic pickup. Let me switch to the piezo pickup, which you'll hear more of the knocks. You can be very percussionist with the piezo pickup because it's going to pick up all that. But here's just the piezo pickup. Now, let me mute the strings, and you hear that reverb a lot more in this one because what I've actually done is on the inside, the springs are actually connected to the resonating pan as well as the box itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the back of this guitar off and show you the inner workings of this guitar. So one thing that I make sure I can do on most of my builds is remove the back or remove the lid if it's a cigar box so that I can get inside and change any internal workings, change the electronics, whatever I might need to do after the guitar has already been constructed. And I try to do that in a way that even strung up, this can be done. So I'm going to remove the plug. Get my drill here, and I'm just going to remove the back of this guitar so that you can see the network of springs that's inside it. Now with the back off, we can see what's going on inside this guitar. So we've got these springs that are mounted to the resonating pan itself, and then we've also got springs attached to the actual box. So you hear that it's making that resonant reverb sound. Now, if you wanted to remove that, all of these springs could be removed. I'm not going to do that right now because they're under tension and I don't have my tools to put them back. But also, I make sure that most of my guitars can be opened up and worked on if needed. We could change the pickup if we needed to. We could modify the electronics. Whatever you needed to do, it's open that you could do it. Without actually having to remove the strings or change anything about the guitar. So yeah, so that's reverb springs inside our guitars. They add a little bit of a resonance to it, makes it sound a little bigger than it really is, and just adds something very, very unique to our instruments. So yeah. That's all about the reverb spring. If you like what you're seeing in the videos that we have on YouTube, I encourage you to give us a subscribe and a follow, but we post more regularly over on Facebook and Instagram at Don't Fret Guitars. We also sell through our Facebook page as well as our Reverb account. And if you see something you like, let us know. Strike up a conversation about the piece, send us a direct message, and we might even work out a deal to ship you one of our very own guitars. The worst we can say is that one's not for sale, it's for keeping on the wall. But we are in the business of selling most of what we make. So if you see something you like, let us know. We also sell locally here in Cincinnati. We do Art on Vine, which is a monthly craft show, and we'll post on our Facebook and Instagram when we're planning on doing those shows. So if you're local to Cincinnati or northern Kentucky, come check us out at those shows.